The Secret Menu Podcast with your hosts, Diego Red and Money Boss. Brought to you by Rebel TV, the Rebel entity. Live from the West Side and worldwide. Real ones know what's up, and if you don't, you get the point. Tap in. It's the Secret Menu Podcast.
This is fresh.
The Secret Menu Podcast.
This is fresh.
Money Boss.
What's happening?
What it is. Just like that, we back. Secret Menu Podcast. Money making motivation Monday.
Yes, sir.
We back off in this thing, man. I see Andrea Albaran is in the house. Cuba is in the house. I seen Yvonne Gordon is in the house. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up, man. You know what I'm saying? Money Making Motivation Monday. The last day of March. Tomorrow is April Fool's Day. Believe nothing. Trust no one. Just like any other day. Don't get your ass tricked tomorrow. You ever been tricked really good on April Fool's?
No, because I don't believe shit like that.
You don't never believe shit. I got probably when I was like 17 when a bitch said she was pregnant. Got me.
Knock your ass off, huh?
Got me. I knew I was squirting crazy.
Eating like a motherfucker.
She lied a few more times after that when it wasn't even April Fool's.
Wasn't even that serious. It's lying to be
She
lying.
finally but that was her play was to get me to believe that, because I think my pullout game was crazy, right? But she was trying to, I'm already, you know what I'm saying? So that I would just go, oh, fuck it, and go ahead and give her one. But she finally got the nigga after me. The same way. I asked too. He was like, she did. But his was real. He was like, I did. I'm like, yeah. The first time she told you she wasn't pregnant. It was the next time when you thought, oh, fuck it, I'm already got pregnant. That's when she got you. You know what I'm saying? But Money Making Motivation Monday, Secret Menu Podcast. Boss.
Yes, sir.
How was your weekend?
Let's see, what did I do? Absolutely shit.
Nothing? Seemed like the weekend came fast. We was just talking about the other weekend. And then boom.
I didn't do nothing. Nothing at all.
Work on the cars or none of that shit?
Nah, I went to, oh shit, I did go, was that this weekend? This time? Went out to Visalia.
What was out there?
Neil, my partner Neil had a birthday party, so I went over there. I did.
Okay. Is more people from Fresno moving to the Hanford, Tulare, Visalia shit?
Yeah.
Because it seemed like it'd be a lot more shit going on in them areas.
Yeah.
Shout out all my niggas in T-Town, Hanford,
People
Vice City. You
moving
know what I'm saying? I had niggas out there for years. back when I used to slide out there, niggas used to act like it was damn so far. They be traveling out there. It seems like y'all be out there all the time now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, niggas be out there though.
Okay, shout out to everybody in them regions, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to everybody pulling up. I see y'all sliding in, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to go and jump into it without further ado. Diego Red is in the building.
Money Boss is definitely in his own abode. Yes, I am. And your mama had your auntie call me. And your auntie had a few choice words for me. And I had to tell your auntie, hey, I wasn't going back that route. I was chilling. But she did something that, you know, put a little surprise into the element. So I went back down. It's like, well, what the fuck we do? And I'm just like, I didn't know we were doing anything. I thought that shit was done. She's like, I'm going to call you this weekend. And we got to talk. Well, as long as you got your mouth open up, got something to do.
We ain't done till I say we done. We ain't
so your
done
family is trying to get back in the boat. And I wasn't stopping chilling, but your family is trying to get back in the boat. So we'll see how that goes.
We gonna see how it go. Money Making Motivation Monday Secret Menu Podcast, boss. It has been 6 years to the day since the death of Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Nip. 6 years to the day. Shit be kind of eerie, the number game with this, bro. 6 years to the day. The nigga who he's from 6-0. The guy who went down for the murder was sentenced to 60 years. And then they just also arrested somebody from his neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? And it was some other shit along the lines of the 6 and the, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this shit's crazy. But rest in peace, Nip, man. That was crazy.
I think the numbers is always a message with numbers. Numbers always.
Do you have numbers you often see?
That I often see,
or that always catch your like 559. I always see 559, but 11 I see a lot, and then 8 is like a thing with 8s I see.
1, 14, 21, 7, 3, 21. Just, you know,
comes
just
up.
My number.
Somebody's birthday is always
birthday. 21. You know, it adds up somewhere in them lines. You know what I mean? So them is my number. And not only was them my numbers, that was my address when I stayed in the Pink House 1421. So it just lined up that way. My football number was 14. Then as I got older, it was 21. My baseball number was 21.
Your baseball number was 21?
Yeah.
My basketball number was 11. You know what I'm saying?
My softball number, 14.
See, that's
they all
that's my
line
other
up.
favorite number because my birthday 14.
Well, right now.
What's that?
My softball number, 14.
Oh, that motherfucker look like a real goddamn major league nigga. Y'all got some raw ass jerseys. That shit, that don't look like no little softball league.
No, shit, man. We had
the cleanest niggas out there, huh?
We had major sponsors. After I stayed, we got major sponsors.
Okay.
We were a really good team.
Okay.
We won states twice. Took third in the world. So we was a really good team. My softball team was really good. KLD was really good.
Okay. Well, since it is the anniversary, like I said, of Nip, rest in peace. It's been a bunch of other shit. We saw the Mo 3 capital murder charges put on Yella Beezy. We also saw Sauce Walker For those who don't know, he's a rapper from Houston. He has an artist that's signed to him from Memphis. His artist has been telling him, we need to go to my city, do my press run for my shit, just come in with it. Come on, let's go. They go to Memphis. They get on they do the internet shit. They all on the live. Well, we in the trenches where niggas don't go. The next day, they're downtown somewhere in Memphis. Some motherfuckers jump out of a car, shoot Sauce Walker in the leg, kill the boy, right?
Right.
Have you followed it? Because today it got weird.
Yeah.
Today it got crazy because they had identified the shooter from a surveillance camera of him getting out of the car. He was the only one. Everybody else jumped out the car with their mask. For some reason, he had his mask off. They identified him and had a warrant out for his arrest. Today, though, he's found dead in Houston. Like I said, this shit took place in Memphis. Sauce Walker is from Houston, though.
Right.
Couple hours later, they're saying the second suspect has been found dead too. Now, is he in Houston? I'm not sure. Somebody said that, but I tried to source check it. I couldn't get a confirmation that he was in Houston, but he was for sure in Houston. So I'm like, if they from where he from, which was Memphis, and had beef with him, but shot one of the biggest names from Houston, why would you run to Houston?
Right.
To flee. Even though all that shit is, how far is Memphis from Houston? I'm not sure.
It's a way.
And Sauce hadn't really been there in years, so I don't think it's just a place the two frequent a lot. But the theory started to fly. Motherfuckers started. So it could be one of two things. Let me throw my motherfucking theories in the hat. Because when he did you watch his interview after he was shot? Some of it? Okay. It's like, man,
he wasn't doing no sliding. Yeah.
I'm not doing none of that, but he says, I do have 300 motherfuckers who would do something.
We're going to do it. Yeah.
The shooter could have been taken from Memphis to Houston to be made an example. Or the shooter could have came from Houston to begin with.
From Houston.
Those are the two. Those are the two theories. So we waiting to see. We waiting to see, man, where these dudes is from now, because it's kind of weird that they end up dead in Houston. Well, at least the first one ends up dead in Houston. Kind of crazy. We'll keep y'all tuned into that. But lock the motherfucking doors. Well, he didn't say lock. Let me clarify. Shut the motherfucking doors. And he didn't say motherfucking. Marvin Sapp, boss. He's known for his gospel music, but I guess he does do some preaching from time to time when he makes appearances at churches. And this past Sunday, he had his ushers shut the door on the congregation because they wasn't getting out of there without giving up $20 each, so that he could leave with $40,000. Let's take a look.
Understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I just think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box, and understand the cost that is involved.
Nigga, what did you talk about?
There's 1,000 of you. I said
feel about that?
Growing up in the church, that's what they do.
But
I don't feel no bad.
What was the shut the door shit? Why was the doors open back there first of all?
Right. He said shut the doors because you got people going in and out while he's trying to close.
He wants his attention.
So he wants them to, if you going out, go out. But usher, close the door. That ain't telling you you can't go out. That's just close my door.
But did he say if you're going out, go out, or did he say hold on?
No, he didn't say he didn't say stay in neither. He didn't say stay in neither. He just said close the door because it's people. I'm just saying, me growing up in church when this conference, because I could tell this is like where you got a special person coming.
The nigga who come for the service after the service
from somewhere else,
right.
And they do that. So I think we blew it out of proportion. I think niggas blow anything out of proportion now. Anything is something. Anything is something now.
I don't get where your mind goes to the doors. To me,
because he must have seen somebody. He must have seen somebody walking in and out the doors or walking out the doors. That's why he told the ushers, close the door.
I get that. But that happens every Sunday, nigga. Somebody has to go to the bathroom. Somebody has to go to the car. Somebody has an emergency call.
He didn't say lock the door.
He didn't say lock them, but I don't get why your mind goes to these doors. I don't get why.
If I'm up there and I see the doors open, and this is how things, me being in church, my mom was heavy, active member in church. People walk out, they be out there in a little area, and they talking. This man's still up there, they talking, they moving around, drinking water, talking on their phone. Close my doors. I've heard Bishop Warren S. Wilson, rest in peace, say, ushers, close the back doors. Let them do what they doing out there. Close my door.
I ain't never seen that.
And
my
I have. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I ain't never seen it. And when you're in your zone, you really don't. I think you wouldn't really see what the fuck, especially in the churches they be in be 5 times bigger than the churches we used to be in. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of weird for me to see him say that to bring attention to the door with such authority. But possibly he just wanted peace. He didn't want nobody moving. He wanted to get his point across. Q-Ball says he gets no money from that $40,000. They all say they don't get no money from none of this shit.
Hey D, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I used to think like that. I used to think.
I know what I know.
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
From where I had a standpoint, and because my mom was heavy in the church, and I used to get mad about certain things. And so, rest in peace, Bishop Wilson again, W.S. Warren Wilson. Rest in peace. I sat down with him because I had a problem. I did. I'm like, my mama barely makes it, dog. Like, you getting a lot of money out this church. You got a big congregation. We got probably the biggest church on the west side. You know what I mean? Fresno Temple was probably the biggest church on the west side. And that when we was going, that thing was damn near full. Right? So I go sit down and I'm like, yeah, what's going on? Like, and I'm younger, I'm like, hey, can I ask you a question? When you getting all this money, you get all the money? He said, let me sit down and tell you something. He said, this money ain't no money for me. It's to keep these church doors open. It's to make sure them stained windows, when them birds and stuff and people throw them rocks at them, you know how much them stained windows cost? He said, let me tell you something. I probably own 55 different properties. That's what my money comes. I don't get no money out this church.
That's him, but every pastor don't have 55
I'm not
properties.
saying that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not, because I've seen pastors, it's pastors that got jets, so you're getting some money out the church.
That's all I'm talking about.
You know what I mean? You're getting some money out the church.
I'm talking about the one that come from somewhere in Stockton, driving a Hyundai, and then 2 months, 3 months, 4 months later, he's a pastor in Fresno. Ben's out the blue. You know what I'm saying? Not even trying to hide what you got cracking. I mean, do your thing. Teach his own, man. Shout out to the hustlers. I ain't mad. I just know motherfuckers get some money. You know what I'm saying? I know they nonprofit organizations. I know the air conditioner need to be fixed. I know the windows need to be fixed, but that shit don't get to get fixed every year. You get a solid AC unit, it should last a few years. It's a nonprofit organization. They're not paying rent.
Oh yeah, you're paying for that building. He's definitely paying for that.
How that building is worked out through the thing? No.
Yeah.
My understanding. No. I don't know how theirs was, but based on the specific church I'm talking about, no.
Oh. Yeah. That's why I get passed down. The church is,
but it's that. But that's why it's the people of the church are to select, and you know what I'm saying. Your pastor's not the owner of the church. You know what I'm saying?
No.
He's not the owner of the church. It's a nonprofit organization that has a board. So some motherfuckers be good with some motherfuckers on the board. Some motherfuckers try to get some motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? I seen a video where they tried to tell a nigga to leave. He said he wasn't leaving. You know what I'm saying? So the shit is crazy. Shout out Rudy Bustamante. Zab Judah said they be saying pay your tithes. God's gonna bless you, but we really blessing them. But you can't borrow a dime from the church. We just there to pray on. I think it's a lot of man.
I don't know.
I think it's a lot of things that could be structured better. Until I can't. But I'm not. That ain't my hustle. That ain't my family. That ain't my thing. I just watched it as a kid from the inside, and then as an adult, then as my mother became a pastor herself, I watched it and had my nose in the mix. You know what I'm saying? But right. Like I said, it ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? And then especially once I was able to get moms to kind of fall back on it a little bit. It ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? Michelle focused on growth. Jordan is in the house. She says a lot of them are mega churches, not of the Holy Spirit who preaches the truth. It's a big difference, and we are to have discernment to discern false teachings. Tithes and offerings is supposed to build the church for more to join and to feed and to help the less fortunate. Yeah, you know, used to be ministries and dinners. I don't know how the I've gone to one of the mega churches here. Shout out Mountaintop. Mountaintop actually has a preacher from Fresno, California. I don't know him. But when I go, everybody says, where you all from? Me and the young lady I'm with. They say, our pastor's from Fresno. You know what I'm saying? Shout out them. Had a good time. Very inviting group of people. Mega church, though. You know what I'm saying? Several services, but they have a daycare center on the grounds. They have classes for, you know, even my mama church has an AAA meeting drug rehabilitation center next door to the church. You know what I'm saying? So some of the churches do have things that give back to the community. I just don't see as much anymore. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Noel Richardson in the house. That nigga said shut them doors. It was just aggressive. And I'm not there, so maybe I don't know. I see Cue Ball standing for it, and maybe he's raised seeing it like you saw it. I just don't recall that in my time. You know what I'm saying? Noel Richardson with that 500 stars. Big dog, we appreciate it. Ron the second in the house. You know what I'm saying? Ron the second is in the house. I be kind of funking with the church, bro. But it ain't my thing. So I do got to stay in my lane sometime. But one thing that be irking me about the goddamn church, I'm gonna tell y'all this. They always fucking with our songs. Did I do that? Is that me? I think I...
No, that's a train.
What? Okay.
That's a train.
When Not Like Us was on fire, every church in the goddamn country had a Not Like Us God version. Boss. What's the hottest record in these streets right now?
Boots on the ground.
Whoa, I got my boots on the ground.
Yeah. Boots on the ground.
That is my shit. Wedding Fence, the hottest shit out. That shit is just as hot as Not Like Us in a whole nother realm or world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It's
you
in the
knew.
whole-
So you knew it was coming, right, boss?
Mm-hmm.
The church had to redo it.
I already know.
The church had to redo it. Boots on the ground. The King James Version. Let's take a look.
Y'all out of order. Don't put him in that mess. It's giving the club. It's giving Saturday night. And y'all pastor thought this was a good idea. Y'all mean to tell me he really put this on y'all heart to remix? God ain't in that mess. It's giving juke joint. And look at her with that fan.
I'm different. And I love being different.
More like worldly.
You can talk about me. You can run. I don't care.
Show talking because you out of
I
order.
used to care about what people say about me. Don't care no more.
We can tell playing the juke joint music in the church.
Nigga, what did you talk about?
Shout out to them, though.
He got his trust in the Lord. Shit.
Shout out to them, though. They remix everything. But y'all not supposed to be listening to this worldly shit all the time. How y'all keep, you know what I'm saying? How y'all keep hearing these songs to flip them around?
I've never seen that.
What?
That you're not supposed to be listening to the
I'm just
world.
saying, you know how all in the movies, if you go watch Cadillac Records when Beyonce was trying to sing, and mama, you listening to this worldly music. You know, old people always say that word. Me growing up as a kid, my grandmama and them, y'all listening, because you don't want to hear that worldly music. But now the whole church, y'all gotta be listening to this shit. Because you done changed every word from pedophile, certified, pedophile. You done heard every word in the song and then changed that shit to fit the scripture. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at y'all. I just think it's kind of funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe that the elders that's in the church always thought they was holier than thou, and so that's where all that stuff came from the elders, and that's what pushed a lot of others away.
They was
from
making
the
the
church.
rules.
They were making the rules. That's what pushed a lot of others from the church, and that's why this new generation or new wave of millenniums or Gen X's or whatever are pushing this because that brings them. See,
Bring the two worlds together.
it meshes the two worlds. You know what I mean? And it's not how you get them to God. It's getting them to it. You know what I mean? That's it. It doesn't say how. It says preach the message, get it to them. You know what I mean? So I don't see nothing too much
I ain't mad.
wrong with what they got
I just
going.
want to let you motherfuckers know we see y'all. We see y'all. Because I never forget, I used to read the Source magazine, you know what I'm saying? And I would read every intricate interview, you know what I'm saying? And out of the blue one time, they got a fucking Kirk Franklin interview in the Source. I'm like, what the fuck is Kirk Franklin doing in the Source? Or Double XL. It might have been phased out to Double XL by then. But they're going to see Kirk Franklin.
Right.
So I never forget that when they got to where they was meeting him, the guy said he looks into the car and they took a photo. They had this photo on his seat. It was just Tupac, Biggie, Bone, like all the CDs in this nigga car was rap CDs.
Right.
No CCBB Winans, no Shirley Caesar is on you got no Shirley Caesar on your seat. You know what I'm saying? You got all rap shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not here to judge. I just want you niggas to know we see y'all. And I also see Amber White is in the house. Just want y'all to know we see y'all. My boy Zab Judas in the building. You know You know what I'm saying? We see y'all. And I'm not mad at y'all. I like y'all meshing the worlds. I want more and more people to take their kids to church. Get them some alternative shit to do. Versus, I'd rather y'all go fuck with the church and learn some shit than the baddies. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers 6 watching baddies. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers fighting and shit. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for your baby mama to have an attitude again. That deadline is coming up. Trump gave him that extension, boss. And TikTok is going back offline if it is not sold by Saturday, April 5th. Do you think these motherfuckers will lose their mind again? It was people online saying their daughters and shit was tripping, having breakdowns and all types of shit. Or do you think they're going to broker this deal by Saturday?
I don't think they're going to broker a deal by Saturday. I think people are going to find, and they've been trying to find alternatives to TikTok, just in case it do get yanked off the scene. But I mean, I prefer not to be around. I know people make money off it, and I don't want people to feel like I don't want them to make no money.
Why do you prefer not to be around?
Because I think it's taken away. Like, I'm watching TikTok, right? Not me watching it myself, but I'm watching the
You're watching the world on TikTok.
Right. And when you got 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds sitting phones down and doing dances that adults are doing, I think we're losing something. I think we're losing something powerful within the move of these kids. They're doing anything and everything for attention, and the attention that they're getting is from adults.
But what if there was an age restriction put on it? Because the adults are losing TikTok too.
Yeah, well, even if they put an age restriction for it or whatever, I still believe that's what. If you watch the world, everybody grabs their phone, new song come out, new something, they shaking their ass. I mean, I understand that that's the thing, and I'm not gonna say you're just shaking your ass. Let me not just say that.
It's because it's a lot of cooking shit on there.
Yeah, content creators that doing
a lot of cooking on there.
Doing hair,
a lot
nails,
of comedy
all
skits,
that.
hair, nails.
Yeah,
Auto mechanics. There's a bunch of shit on there.
I'm not knocking that.
The ass just overshadows a lot.
What I'm saying is a lot of people are doing this, and it's not beneficiary. It's just something to do. So you're taking a lot of space out of your life where you can be productive instead of counterproductive, playing on TikTok. You know what I mean? Everybody's not going to be.
Do you think it's a difference between TikTok and Instagram or Facebook? Because we motherfuckers.
Yeah, I think it's a big difference for that, and I think it's all the same. Social media, period. I think it brainwashed us enough to
would you get rid of all of it, or you think TikTok's the one that needs to go?
No, I think we should. It should be a monetization of how long and what you do on that. Like, period. Like, if you're on it for 5 hours, it automatically cuts off. Period. Boom. Off. Gone. That's your day. You know what I mean? Because we're losing. There's no production in people no more.
Control.
There's no but I'm not saying control the people. I'm saying control the site. That's not control, because they can control the site. They control it now.
I'm saying, so motherfucker tell you, because you could go 6 days a week working 12 hours, go to work, go home, go to sleep, go to work, go home, go to sleep 6 days, and then I want to spend my Sunday on TikTok all motherfucking 8 hours, 9 hours. You know what I'm saying? But the limit is 5. Like, that's control. Like, why not? Because it's, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying, for me personally, I would see.
You think it's too much?
It's too much, and it's showing. It's showing. We have no. A lot of us have no sense of understanding and everything that we read, see, or hear on the net is true
That shit is
without
crazy.
validation, and that moves the world. You know what I mean? That's moving the world right now. So people putting things out there for their own purpose and own narratives, being funny, is got 10,000 motherfuckers watching it. So when I tell you guys, 10,000 is really like a million people, right? Just your 10,000 is a million people. You don't think so because you got 10,000, and out of your 10,000, probably 1,000 will share it, right? I'm not saying 1,000 is going to share the whole thing, but 1,000 people that will share it, not just share it online, share it and show people, share it, and, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that translates.
They actually have people who get, once they monetize their page, it's called hate bait. So they'll say some shit that they know is wrong just to get everybody, oh, no, to argue on that motherfucker. And it's making them money while you're on there arguing it. Or you have the guy who makes, like today we saw Joy shared it. Layla Ali dies in labor.
Come on, bro.
Nobody Googled, nobody researched, nobody went to Wikipedia to see the birth and death date. It was shared. You know what I'm saying? Jelani got on there and was like, man, research some shit for you, start sharing this shit. You know what I'm saying? But they know immediately. A motherfucker see it, it spread like wildfire. So I do think there is an issue. I do think people should learn to comprehend better. That's why I tell, like, when I see it, I tell a motherfucker. Like, I was literally going on that post to tell a motherfucker this is not real, but somebody had already did it. I'd tell a motherfucker, hey, you need to research some of the shit you just share sometimes, bro. That's why when I see something, I try to, you feel me? 2 and 3 times over. Somebody got mad at me the other day. I shared the earthquake that we about to get into, and it was like estimated deaths could reach as high as whatever, and that's what I said. Estimated deaths could be. And it was like, that ain't where you seeing that at? That's what they said. But why are you mad at that statement? That's estimated, could possibly. It's 2 minutes after the earthquake.
They don't know what.
So I didn't say, hey, death toll has reached this. I just said, hey, could possibly, or estimated at. And what I literally said is what's literally on the fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think people need to decipher things better, understand comprehension, understand, double check the shit that you look at and share first.
Is lost. I think that's the problem. Critical thinking is gone. So we get this shit right here. And it is what it is.
Definitely, man. Moving along, it is the Final Four. We got our Final Four teams: Duke, Houston. Who else? Let me check.
Florida and Auburn.
Duke, Houston, Florida, Auburn. There's a hip hop moment in this. You know what I'm saying? Master motherfucking P.
Yeah, it sounds like Houston.
Master P has a son who is now in the Final Four, plays for Houston. They savages. They facing Duke though. Duke been whooping shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Duke ain't had a close game.
They did against Arizona.
What round was that?
I was
16. Looking at. Let me see.
16. It was close. The score didn't end up being close. But
well, it wasn't close then. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you know when you get the field, when you get the free throw shit, and the score just because you keep fouling and you didn't make the point. So, but the game was really close. I watched the game up
until when I watched it too. Oh yeah, that wasn't that bad. No, that was the closest one. They won by 7. Yeah. That's the closest one. Everything else they whooped though.
Yeah, but it was only 7.
Yeah, at the end. That game, so based on that, where do you see Arizona and Houston? Arizona a better team? Because Houston kind of been whooping shit, but they've had a couple close games. That's the difference. They've had a couple closer games. I'm rooting for Houston, but that Duke shit look crazy. Other than that Arizona, it's been the 20, 23.
Yeah, no, they whooped on everybody else.
50.
Yeah, they whooped on everybody else.
12. Like they whoop shit all tournament.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? North Carolina though. North Carolina way
That was
back,
early.
they won by 3.
Yeah, that was early.
Yeah. Other than that, they whoop shit 13, 20.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of 20s. You know what I'm saying? I like Houston. I'm rooting for Houston. I wish
They peaking at the right time.
I wish Houston was on the other side and had a chance to play somebody else and then play them in the big one. I think Duke gonna just whoop on them and whoop on. I don't think they gonna just whoop on them. The spread dropped though. The spread was like 6. It dropped to like 4 now. Matter of fact, let me see where it's at right now.
I thought I seen 2.5.
It might have dropped that low. No, it's back at 5.5 now.
Okay.
It's back at 5.5. It had dropped to like 4. You know what I'm saying? But shout out, Master P.
Yeah.
What you was gonna say?
What they saying is Houston has got some, you know, if they can slow the game down, then it'll be a good game. But if they don't get to slow the game down, then
it's on the coaching.
It's a foot race because Duke gonna run them out the building. That's why Duke wins like that. Because they run them out, they run you to death. They got waves to come in, so they're running you to death, and you gotta slow the game down so they don't go on in magnificent runs.
I think it's on the coaching. They're gonna have to really devise a strategy to slow down the main Duke niggas, and then Duke
and Florida.
Duke's bench will have to step it up. You think Florida got
Duke
it
and Florida? Duke and Florida. No, the Auburn and Florida going to be a good ass game. My pick is Florida all the way.
Well, this is the first time it's a all number 1 Final Four since like 2008. Right. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's good in this.
Yeah. Right. And don't sleep on Auburn. Auburn got a team. They got that old boy over there, Boom or something like that. Boom. He a monster over there. He is a monster.
Mike Larry in the house. What it do, boy?
You know, so just gotta wait and see.
You feel
4.5. Take the 4.5. Shit.
Okay.
It's gonna be a close one.
It's gonna be a close one. Let's go, Houston.
I would take Houston. I would take Houston with the 4.5. I would take the Houston with 4.5.
4.5.
Because it's going to be a close game.
So you think it's going to be decided by 3 or less or something?
It's going to be a real close game. It's going to be a real close game. Because you got to think about
that game. I just see 5. The way they whooped on everything, other than that 7 points, 5 is like. That's why it's 4.5 or 5.5. It's like 5 points is what they probably gonna win by. They'll probably win by 5. So you going under that? It's like, we gonna see though. I can't wait for Saturday, boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
I can't wait for Saturday. This nigga Kanye is back on the goddamn internet. Kanye West shows up to an interview with DJ Academics. He was dressed regular. He had on a regular Sean John. So he going so hard for this Puffy shit now. First and this is the crazy shit. First he was hating on Puff. He was saying, Puff, and you, they need to do this to you and watch it. He was pretty much insinuating the shit that Puff actually went down for. Prior to Puff getting bagged, Kanye would rant and insinuate Puff was this type of nigga. They get Puff, and he switches it. They're trying to take Puff down. Now he's wearing Sean John shirts and shit all the time. But one of the things he did was get a diamond-encrusted swastika. Right. Which I can't lie, that motherfucker is fire. Because if you really look at it, it just says yay. It's just Y and the E. It's just yay. But he had it designed to look like this. So when I really saw the thing with the jeweler and how they did it, because you know he has these monikers. He's Kanye, then he was Yeezus. The nigga thought he was Jesus. He was Yeezus. Then he became Ye. I just want to be known as Ye. And then he became the Black Nazi. Niggas was like, you're weird. But that's what it was. They was working on that logo. And when you look at that chain, it's just Y and E. It's really not the swastika, but it's the swastika. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, this nigga, his mind do be working sometimes. Creatively. And then he'll just say some bullshit. So he has on the Sean John sweatshirt, t-shirt, the swastika chain. He lets academics in the house. And he's like, I'll be back. I gotta go put that shit on. Act laugh, we gonna put that shit on, okay. Act and his one guy and the camera guy, they just in the front chilling. The nigga comes out the back like this. He comes out the back like this and he starts to move the furniture around and shit. If y'all haven't seen the interview, he's like, where do you want me to sit?
Damn fool.
You sit here. So he sat down and you can tell he has some type of disorder because he couldn't sit straight and he had to analyze the room. He was like, no, I can't sit here. He gets up, he moves a chair, he moves this. Then he says, you know what? I'll just stand. I just want to stand in this corner. Cameraman, how's the frame? So he chose to stand. This is where he does the whole interview from, bro. Over here in this corner, standing for the hour something long thing. So he talks about various things. So recently he's just all of a sudden, remember when the Kendrick Drake shit kicked off, he did a remix to the Like That. He did a remix, dissing 2. Then it goes from that to Kendrick didn't deserve the Super Bowl. So he made a list. There's only this many kings in rap, and he said it was him, Jay-Z, Drake, Wayne, I think Rakim. Like he named all the niggas that was and he left Kendrick off. He didn't include Kendrick. But that's what you're entitled to, your list of who you believe the kings are. You know what I'm saying? His list of kings. If you Google Kanye's kings of rap, you'll see the list. So he began to hate on Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? And in this interview, he kind of says, you know what? Yeah, I was hating. I was just jealous of the Super Bowl because they should have put me on the Super Bowl. Everybody mad about that Super Bowl, bro. You know what I'm saying? He also touched on a few other things. Ty Dolla $ign, who has completely stood behind this guy the entire time. He called him a bitch ass nigga. He called John Legend a bitch ass nigga. He called John Legend the F word.
F word.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He called Jim Jones the F word. Jim Jones was the only one I understood though. Well, I understand both. I understand both plights. But so did you see the Jim Jones part?
Yeah.
Okay, so I understood both plights. He says Jim Jones came to him and said, I need you to go to this meeting with these people for this cryptocurrency.
Right.
So he says, I find out later they're going to pay him $2 million if I go to this meeting about the cryptocurrency. He never even say nothing to Jim about, oh, I know you making some money for me to go to this, but I'm going to do it for you. He goes to the meeting for the cryptocurrency. Jim Jones makes $2 million for the introduction between the guy and the guy. He made $2 million for the meeting, right? He says he came to Jim and said, send me a PDF of all the new hot styles that the YNs, the young niggas, is wearing now, the new fashion. Send me a PDF with all the shit that you know the young niggas wear that's hot. Jim said, man, I don't even know how to do no PDF. Kanye said, use that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was hot about that. Now, there's 2 things about that I understand, and I'm going to let you take over. Even if you're not the most computer savvy guy, you're Jim Jones, you got some money, you just made $2 million. You could select all the shit that you think is the hot new fashion and hire an assistant or an intern to put together, compile a PDF file to send it to Kanye. I get that. But I see past what that was, because initially I was like, I get it. Nigga, I took the effort to sit down and do a meeting that got you $2 million, and you can't put forth the effort to send me a PDF of the hot fact, but I peeped what it was. Jim knows that I don't have a clothing line. I don't manufacture the clothes. If I give this nigga all the new hot shit, because Jim feels like niggas already robbed his whole fashion shit. Jim felt like, then this is just me assuming, I'm going to show you everything that's fire for you to go do it for your Yeezy brand. Without any paperwork, without a deal, without me being one of the consultants or whatever. Jim, I believe, was looking at that like, nigga, I'm handing you $1 billion. I think that's just black people gatekeeping. I think that if you got a clothing line and you say, bro, what's the new? I'm finna do some new sweatsuits. What you think is hot, or what you see new niggas wearing? I'm not doing sweatsuits. So I say, boss, okay, hold on, and I send you 10 motherfucking like, let me hear this, and that shit blow, and you make a gang of money. I might come back later like, hey nigga, you know I sent you them. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be like, I ain't sending that nigga that shit, so that shit blow. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that's what it was for Jim, or do you think he just really didn't know how to do a PDF?
I can't say what it was for Jim. I can't. 48-year-old man kind of can navigate through the life and understand what the fuck is going on and how to get shit done. What I do believe is both of them niggas was on some bullshit with each other, trying to sneak and backhand each other with whatever they had going on. And Kanye got the worst end of the stick. That's all that is, man. You know what I mean? Jim played the role of, hey man, I need you to do this, take this meeting, because he know he's gonna get the money. Kanye said he found it out. Hey, he was doing this because he was supposed to get this. I ain't asking for nothing. That's your fault, bro.
And I feel like he had intentions, because he went and grabbed Jim in the middle of everybody kind of hating on Jim. Cam and Mace was hating on Jim.
Right.
He grabbed.
So you're gonna use right. I'm gonna grab you because you got listen. Before I go any further, all publicity is good publicity, people. Let me just explain that to you. Even when the shit is bad, it's still good publicity. People want to hear about the bad shit just like they want to hear about the good shit. So Kanye knew that. Kanye know Jim is in the headlines with bullshit back and forth with Cam and Mate.
So that throws
Kanye
me in
knew
the
that.
Jim seen that Kanye concert.
Right. That's gonna put me in the midst of, now they're talking about me too now. I got the attention now. But he's an attention whore. He loves the attention. So he has to get the attention. So that's what it was. So what I'm saying to him is, you fucked up, attention whore. Because if you knew he was getting this money,
Right.
And you didn't say nothing about it because you had other intentions behind why you were doing what you were doing. You got fucked. You got played. That's on you. And you played. It ain't like Jim played you. You played yourself because you knew it before it happened.
The $2 million is nothing to him, really. It's nothing to him. He said, and I didn't even ask for a piece of my $2 million is nothing. Because what I'm gonna give you? Hey, help me get this $2 million.
10%.
200,000. That's nothing.
Right.
That's nothing to Kanye, right?
Right.
But Kanye brain works like this. Oh, this nigga is because he likes that high-end European. If you look at Jim Jones' new video, it's called Fashion Killer. He's in he's in one of them European fashion shows on the runway. Ye is kind of displaced from the street. Like he his ear to the street, or he ain't really in tune with what young niggas is doing.
What's going on?
So you got this nigga that they are calling. They call Jim Jones the oldest YN. The oldest young nigga. That's what they call him. And he embracing it. You know what I'm saying? Bring me all the hottest shit that young niggas is doing now. That's a $1 billion move. If you Kanye. It ain't a $1 billion move to everybody else, but if you Kanye and you know how to go factories and get it's a $1 billion move. I think Jim might have should have said, "Hey, hell yeah, you gonna make me an executive or a."
Let's sit down and talk about this, and we're going to get it popping.
So they both, like you said, they both kind of, because Jim kind of shot, because Jim probably kind of caught the play. Because you just ran a play on Ye. Hey, go to this meeting for me. I want you to meet my boy. Ye finds out, I does my research on anyone I meet. So when I find out who the guy is, I find out Jim's getting $2 million. So he called your play.
He called your play.
So when he asked you to send me all the, you catch his play like, oh,
you catch his play and he didn't move like you move. That's it.
Do a whole clothing line with all the shit I said.
That's all that happened. And you can't be mad at that. You can't be running around here calling niggas bitch ass niggas and fake ass niggas and all that. When you knew exactly what was going on. You as Ye, you knew exactly what was happening. So you didn't move in the right manner that you should have moved in.
Right.
You made the play thinking, okay, I'm going to bust a play for him, but I'm going to get him to do me this way. Instead of saying, hey, check this out. I already know the play, bro. Okay? Now, this is what's going on because I know the play with you. Here's a play that I'm trying to play too. Why don't you give me all this? I'll give you a percentage of what's going on and we'll make a move. Now everybody's getting money because if Kanye put you in on that, that's more money than you're going to make, period.
He's never really been one of the guys who shied away from giving niggas a job. I think it was just two finessers called each other
trying to finesse each other and one got finesse.
And Jim is so welfare, so street. He like, oh, no, you can't play me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's all I think it was. But y'all stay tuned to go watch the interview if you want to laugh. There's actually a scene where the nigga farts, or they're saying this is a fart mid-interview. Let's listen to the fart.
Speech is censored a lot. What we could say, it feels like speech is censored a lot. What we could say, it feels like
that sounds like you said,
I don't know. They said that was a fart. They said out the blue, this nigga farts in the middle of the interview and kept talking like, it's one part where the phone rings, my nigga. That shit is so funny.
I heard it. I heard
turn around, he's like,
sit in the room 59.
It's just the whole interview funny than a motherfucker, bro. Oh my
crazy,
God.
Bro.
I said, fuck Jay-Z.
I think what happened to him was it got so big, and he got so big. The magnitude of how big he really got scrambled his fucking brain.
Yeah.
Not like it scrambled his brain like he don't know what he's doing. It scrambled his brain to where he is paranoid about this, he's paranoid about that, he's this and that. He don't know if he's coming or going.
He don't want another motherfucker to get a praise. Like the Kendrick shit showed it. Like, you got no reason to even be, like, you just came and asked Future, could you get on a remix? And you insert, same way you said he inserted himself in that, he inserted himself in that.
Same thing, bro.
Then when Kendrick get the Super Bowl, now you like, oh, that shit is, you know what I'm saying? Because even in this interview, he hating this interview. He's like, yeah, I just don't like how they made the biggest song of the year a diss song.
Diss song.
Yeah, he was hating. Yeah. He was hating.
I mean, but that's who he is. Because you got to look at this. Look at how he went and said, yeah, Kendrick came and slayed the dragon. I didn't have to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, your intentions aren't in a good space right now. Mm-hmm. Bag up. You got a lot of shit going on with your kids. You should focus on, he focused on everything at one time.
Even that was crazy. We ain't going to dwell on it too long, but the part about Kim, I'm glad you just said that. Shit with his kids. So they was like, because he starts to talk about niggas, bitches. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, well, how can you say something about a nigga choosing a sour apple pretty much?
Right.
When you married Kim Kardashian, my nigga, and you not happy with your shit didn't play. The nigga said he knew he didn't want to have kids with her after the first
one.
2 weeks or two. It was something weird.
Yeah.
So why did you have 3? You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy. Like he can't, in his mind, he can't do no wrong type shit. Like, oh, I did it because that. He said that wasn't God's intentions. God wanted him to do
right. You're right.
If you saw you wasn't supposed to have no kids, and this bitch was gonna be shady, come on, bro. I don't know. If y'all want to watch the interview, it's a funny ass interview. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It's funny as shit.
Funny
Academics is looking like this.
He was like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know what I'm saying?
Academics said, and he put my securities to work.
Yeah, he had niggas in there
moving shit.
No, that there. Like my nigga mine, you can just tell nigga he in a room, he gotta have a chair at a certain angle. So this nigga crazy than a motherfucker. But let's get into a little bit of social commentary. This guy, his story is kind of blown up on TikTok. Because you know how they do those 5-part stories of their life. How I dated an asshole. This guy had a baby with a young lady and found out after 6 years it was not his baby. But now the problem is his brother and his sister are still picking up the kid, hanging out with the kid, doing for the kid. He's pissed the fuck off. They're on a family group chat. Let's take a look.
Right by that little girl.
Man, bro, don't nobody care how I feel, bro. For the last 6 years, I've been taking care of this little girl, bitch. Y'all don't understand, bro. Like, I'm really resentful towards y'all right now, and y'all don't understand, man. Like, y'all hurt my feelings with it, bro. For real. And my problem with y'all is you ain't even tell me. You didn't even tell me she was coming. How am I supposed to feel? Don't nobody care how I feel, bro. Y'all talking about what the internet doing and this and the third, bro. It's backfiring in y'all face, bro, for real. And I just, man, I don't know, bro. But like I said, I don't want no dealings with y'all, man.
But I got a question though. So basically, you thought the little girl was yours for 6 years. So did we. We bonded with. That's my niece. That's her niece. And Dollar's the one that invited the little girl to the house anyway. That's not my fault.
He's been knowing her. I've been knowing her for 6 years. She's been knowing her cousin for 6 years. I'm sorry, but I swear I did not mean to intentionally do anything to hurt you. I'm
trying to do right by that little girl.
The comments were kind of mixed on this one. A lot of motherfuckers felt like, fuck them kids. Once I find out that I'm gone and my family better leave them alone. Then there were the other people who felt like they already created a bomb, my nigga. You can't, you know what I'm saying, blame them for her betrayal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you sit with his, first of all, let's deal with his anger about them. Because he feel like they kind of going against
his thing with what's going on.
Because he didn't cut it off.
Yeah. But they don't understand his hurt, his pain. They're not in the same token. They're not in the same boat with him. See, yeah, y'all can create a bond with her because y'all created a bond with her. I believe wholeheartedly this was my child. See, y'all can be uncle and auntie when you want to. I believe for 6 years, this was my child.
All
this
day,
came
every day.
from me. So you wouldn't understand it because you're not in that predicament. Now, if you were in them shoes, how would you feel then? See, now you're not putting yourself in my shoes. What you're doing is putting yourself in your own space, and you have your own right to put yourself in your own space. But don't violate me while I'm still dealing with the madness that I'm hurt from.
That part. Because it's kind of like you're undermining me. Because I'm not buying no more shoes. I'm not doing none of this. And shit, she don't care. Now it's even better because she don't even got to put up with me or hear my mouth or get checked about what she, bitch, you running the streets and shit every motherfucking night, dropping the kid up. She got no consequences to answer to. Or maybe she do. I don't know what's going on in her life. But I'm just saying, technically, she can just call my family and get everything she would have got if I was the baby daddy. Without me being the baby daddy, even after I've spent 6 years being the baby daddy. If y'all want to give a motherfucker something, give it to me. I mean, give me back all my shit. Y'all steadily buying shit. It's kind of crazy, bro.
Right. I mean, but like I say, it's how they're dealing with it on his. But if they're not seeing his pain, they don't understand it. And he's trying to express his pain to them, and they're not getting it.
I think
you
the
can
sister
swear
at
up
the
and down
end
at
kind
your
of
knee.
felt like she might understand.
Yeah, no. I seen that, but I'm
And the
saying
sister, the brother, like,
in the
nigga, you don't
totality
understand.
of
Nigga,
it.
it's the
Yeah, in the totality of it, if you were my brother or sister, my brother came and said, "Hey, bro, that ain't my motherfucking child." Got you, my nigga.
right,
Got you, my nigga.
right.
Period. So don't let them come play on your ways and play on your pockets and nah.
Right, because I'm
Don't-
expressing
that-
this and you debating with me of why you
Don't do that. And I understand that, and it's gonna be hard to pull back because you got feelings for that child because you have been around that child. Got it. But I have to reel back because I don't want to hurt. My brother is first.
Right, your brother should be first.
My brother is first.
Especially when this is actually nothing to you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
My brother is first. So you already telling me that somebody can come before me that ain't even nothing with us.
Right.
Nuh-uh.
Because people go through this type of shit with their actual kids and baby mamas, and you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I got a partner. Him and his baby mama be at war, and then his mama will sneak and do shit, and he be like, "Well, how do you?" You know what I'm saying? But that's her grandbaby, nigga. She gon', you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This ain't nothing to y'all. Y'all betraying this nigga. This is crazy, bro.
Right. That's what I tell. When I speak to people and I really try to help them understand how the thing works in this life. It's you, the mother, you, the father, then the child. It's not father or mother, kids, then father or mother. The motherfuckers come after.
Right.
Because we created them.
Right.
We are the creation that created that. They can't come in between or intertwine anything that we do. They get pushed off the island at the end of the day.
Right.
That's how it's supposed to work.
You saw everybody get mad at Waka Flocka the other day?
No, I didn't. What happened?
They asked Waka Flocka that if you, your wife, and a kid were on a boat and something happened and the boat started to sink and you could only save your kid or your wife, he said, "I'll save my wife. I can make another kid." Hey, you
Right.
motherfucking loser.
But that's how.
You let the
see,
baby die. Like,
that's how fucked up the world is. The world is so fucked up. That's why marriages and relationships break up is because of the kids.
Right.
A lot of things have something to do with the kids because you guys put the kids in between. The kids are on the outside. They can't come before and they can't come in between. They come after us.
Right.
Once we get back to that part of understanding how this should work, we will now be in control again. But we're not in control because we got this so opposite shit going on. The kids are in the middle. Kids get to say what the fuck they want. Daddy tell them not to say. Then mama says it's okay. So much bullshit. You know what I mean? So,
and that is a fucked up scenario. I can't just, you know what I'm saying? Your kids, they're not, I get it. It's a fucked up scenario.
right.
But that kind of showed me in the comments, like, y'all really don't be valuing y'all partner that much.
They don't.
Like, lady, you didn't value your, like, you gonna let that nigga die? I get it, you don't want to let that motherfucker die. But you and that nigga can make 5 more of these little motherfuckers. You and that motherfucker gonna spend that insurance money and you gonna have your 3 more of these niggas out here. That's crazy, motherfucker.
Back, bro.
Money Making Motivation Monday, Secret Menu Podcast, Diego Red, Money Boss, we in the house. You feel me? This right here. Some people are angry, some people are sad. I really didn't know how I felt once I read all the shit. Because my mama used to leave me at home at 10. Georgia father arrested, leaving his children ages 1. What does the second one say, about?
6.
1, 6, and 10. Alone at McDonald's while attending a job interview. Augusta man was arrested last week after leaving 3 young children, 1, 6, and 10, unattended at a McDonald's restaurant while he attended a job interview, according to the Augusta Press. Authorities were called after a concerned customer noticed the children had been left alone. A responding deputy found the children unattended. My mama used to leave me in the house at 8. There's a lot of 10-year-olds watching 5-year-olds right now. Even some of the motherfuckers in the comments saying this nigga deserve to be in jail got their 10-year-old watching their 3-year-old right now. We know that, but for the sake of the internet. But I don't know. My nigga he didn't have a sitter. He got his kids. He trying to do the right thing. Go get a job interview. The little play area, he thinking the 10-year-old can watch the kids, watch your brother and sister. And then while I go to this interview across the street, probably take 30 minutes. Was it the right thing to do though, boss? Because you know them nosy motherfuckers got in this business.
No. Wasn't the right thing to do. To go to an interview, but to leave your kids at McDonald's and you're not there. No. Not in this day and age. No. Not at all. I understand him doing what he needed to do to make sure he was able to take care of the kids, get a job, whatever. Should have took the kids to the interview. I mean, you can't leave them unattended, but motherfuckers would have seen that you were dedicated. Should I have to bring my fucking kids? This is how serious I was.
Into the lobby.
Looks bad. Right. It looks bad, but it's how serious I'm a father. I have to do this.
Damn.
Yeah, but leaving them at McDonald's at the ball, little thing, unattended, especially with a 1-year-old. No way.
The 1-year-old was the part that fucked it up for a lot of people.
If it was just a 10 and 6-year-old, no fucking problem. The 1-year-old that got you booked. 6-year-old got you booked. Because if it was just a 10-year-old would have been like, hey, hold on. My daddy right there. We're going to my daddy right now. We getting the fuck out of here. We think that. But you got a 1-year-old.
All right.
Right. Nah. You booked. That's what got you booked. The
1-year-old probably started crying and shit. 10-year-old
all kind of, in control that. Yeah.
My nigga. I hope prayers for you, though, bro. I hope you figure your situation. Because most of the time when shit happens, say this was a woman, where's the daddy?
Right. Where's the mama?
Right. Where's the mama at that this nigga had to do this? Where's the mama?
He had to take all 3 of his kids and go take them to McDonald's to go let them play in the balls.
He doing the best he can.
Where's the mama?
You know what I'm saying? He trying to get a motherfucking job. He could be out here stealing some shit. You know what I'm saying? And here's the YN. These young niggas is out here in the street stealing some shit. This nigga actually almost won, boss. He almost won. This nigga almost... I was low-key proud of this nigga for 10.10 seconds. Let's take a look.
He look young in a motherfucker. He look the devilish.
He grinning and shit. He almost got away with it. Had he kept his head down, though, they would have never got him. They got him because of the facial recognition shit. they was able to pinpoint him from some other shit it said facial hair. Nigga, you should have just kept your head down and got out of there. Fat ass.
He was too busy going like this.
Yeah, he grinning, thinking about everything he finna buy. Fat ass guard did not stand a chance, nigga. He was out of there. The whole bag. Young niggas is really out here tearing shit up, man. Get a hobby.
Hey, man, we gotta create space for these kids, man, and show them how it is to generate money. You know what I mean? Self-preservation is what's happening, man. We need to get these kids to understand how to move in this world and be productive and be your own boss. Some people are not meant to be bosses, but you can learn from a boss to become a boss and understand how to run and be the head of something that you and your family created or you and your friends created. It's so much stuff right now, so many opportunities. Taken from somebody else is not the way to go. You will get killed. You will go to jail.
Right.
Something bad will happen to you. You can't get away for the rest of your life doing that. So you just gotta understand. Yeah, we just gotta create spaces for these kids, and it's a lot of work. And a lot of people gotta really want to do the work and not want the money from doing the work. Do the work, the money will come. People,
man,
tired of hearing all this extra shit.
For real. There was an earthquake in Thailand. Prayers for Thailand. Myanmar and Bangkok were the two hardest hit areas. Here's some footage. Ain't no sound so we can watch. And there's so many rooftop pools and shit. Do we have a lot of these in the United States?
I mean, we don't have a lot of them, I don't think.
Look at this nigga. Look how high they up. These motherfuckers almost went over, bro. Look.
And jumped their ass out that water. They ass went over. They ass would have embers. And that water splashing up against their ass while they trying to get phones and shit.
Lucky they didn't slide back. Look, you see the blue thing went over.
Yeah.
That could have been them. They was on that motherfucker. Is the second one finna go? Look, second one. One more splash. One more splash. There it goes. It's over. The second one go too. That could have been their ass, boy. Yeah. That was a crazy drop. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a lot of that rooftop motherfucking probably for that reason. We don't have a lot of that shit. That just led me to even more shit because I start looking at Myanmar. Where's Myanmar? Boss had already told me, like, bro, you wanna get the bang for your buck, go to Bali. So I'm talking to somebody else that's like, yeah, Thailand and Bali, live like a boss, go fuck with it. So I'm looking at all these places and shit in Asia and China, Japan, you know what I'm saying? And I ran across this shit right here, boss. Would you get on this? Let's take a look.
Absolutely breathtaking. On Bima Mountain in Wulong, Chongqing, China, there's a famous high-altitude romantic attraction called Flying Kiss Park. It's the world's only dual interactive flying island, built on a cliff at an altitude of 1,050 meters. The structure stands 52 meters tall, weighing 6,020 tons, and features two giant statues, the White Horse Prince and the Flying Fairy. Each statue holds a circular platform supported by mechanical arms, with each platform capable of accommodating 60 visitors. After boarding, the statues slowly straighten up, lifting the platforms 52 meters into the air within 3 minutes. Once in position, the statues rotate 300 to 600, bringing the two platforms as close as 2 meters apart. At that magical moment, the prince and the fairy kiss in mid-air, creating a stunningly romantic scene. This perfect blend of romance and excitement is an unforgettable experience. Do you dare to try?
My stomach hurts. Just looking at that shit.
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
Nigga ain't
shit like that give me squeeze as a motherfucker. Like,
I couldn't do it. They said it moves a lot. They say when we see it move fast, that's not accurate. They said it moves slow the entire time. It's very slow the entire time. But I couldn't even do it very slow. I couldn't do it.
Period. That shit got my stomach. Like, you know when you go on something, your fucking stomach dropping, your balls.
My leg shakes. My leg shakes like a motherfucker. My leg be shaking like a motherfucker, like a Scooby-Doo cartoon or something.
Yeah, I ain't doing no shit.
All right, boss, you ready?
Let's do it.
It's about that time, y'all.
You know what?
You're having trouble in your life.
I can help you with that.
You need a new wife.
Let me show you how to get one.
It's time.
Ask Dr. Real.
You're having trouble with your man.
Don't even worry about that.
Girl, you need a new plan.
I got one for you too.
It's time.
Ask Dr. Real.
Time for some Ask Dr. Real. Send you scenario, situation, stories, whatever it is you got going on in your life, to my inbox, Money Boss's inbox, or the Secret Menu Podcast at gmail.com, and I assure you that you shall
remain anonymous.
Remain anonymous. Remain anonymous.
And for all those that don't know what anonymous means, that means we will not be telling people it's your black ass in the next message.
Let's do it. All right. This one says, what's up, y'all? Let me get straight to it. My family has a family camping trip every year. And me being in a relationship now for about 7 months, I invited my girlfriend as a way for her to better get to know the family. She's excited. We wake up early, got on the road, arrived at the campgrounds to see my family, friends, and then my girl snaps. She sees someone I had prior dealings with. Nothing official, but she knows and swears this girl wants me back. She asks why is she here. I tell her that her and my cousin are friends and that she always attends our yearly camping trip. She says, well, if she's here, I'm leaving. Honestly, I was pissed because it seemed insecure for her to behave this way, and I would have told her take the car, but it was a dangerous drive. So we left. Really didn't speak the whole way home. Was she overreacting, or should I understand her position? I'm sure my family still enjoyed themselves, even though she made it a very messy start to the weekend for everybody. It's time to ask Dr. Fred. You fucked up the camping trip, goddammit. Okay. So pretty much, his family has this family camping trip they do every year. He got a new girlfriend he been with for about 7 months. So he's like, hey, we going to my family camping trip so you can finally get to meet everybody. They wake up, they bust the move through the mountains or whatever to wherever the family goes camping. They get there. She's excited all about it, but then she sees one of them little things. You know, he said nothing official, but she knows they've had a thing. It's, you know what I'm saying? They've had a thing. So she's upset that the girl is there. She's like, why is she even here? Why is she even here? He's like, bitch, her and my cousin are friends. She always at this camping shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, if she stays, I leave. He said he wanted to tell her, bitch, just take the car then. I'll get a ride back with my folk. But he said it was kind of a dangerous drive. So he went ahead and did the gentleman thing to do, got in the car, took her home, fucked off his whole weekend camping experience, his yearly camping thing. He wants to know, was she overreacting, or should he actually understand her position, being his new girlfriend and coming around his family for the first time, having one of his old pieces of work sitting around a goddamn campfire. It's about that time, y'all. It's time to ask Dr. Real.
From me and my point of view, sounds like she has some insecurities that she has to deal with. That she needs to figure out what's going on. Because if you came with me, why are we worried about who the fuck is here when I'm bringing you to meet my family? She was here before. I mean, if she's friends with my family, there's nothing I can do about that. You know what I mean? If they was friends, I don't know if they was friends before and that's how he met her to be with the girl. So I don't know, but I think it's kind of strange to make a scene when I'm bringing you somewhere or to make it a point that you don't want to stay because I'm bringing you somewhere. So I think he should pay attention to who he's dealing with right now. He should really think about, is this something that he wants to deal with? Because if she's going to do that about this girl, what if there's somewhere else and another girl he dealt with is there? They got to leave every time somebody he dealt with there, they got to leave? Like, no. If we own us time, we own us time. We don't worry about who else is around. We're not here for them. They're not here for us. So what does it matter? You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. If they went out and her ex-dude was there, I'm ready to go because that nigga. No. We doing us. So I think that for him, he should sit down and ask himself, you know, is this the woman that I'm really gonna see myself spending some time with? She got some issues with what's going on with herself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell him, but
right.
I would sit down and
so let me ask you something because I see two of the ladies both ask this question. Shout out Amber White, Kiana Allen has made it in this motherfucker. They both pretty much say the same. I'll read both of them. Amber says maybe he should have told her before so he wouldn't have wasted his time. Kiana says, I mean, he could have told her she would have been there beforehand.
Okay.
Wasn't a big deal to him. Do you think, or what? Like,
no, because what if she didn't show up and I just told her, hey, my ex-girlfriend's going to be here. But she never showed up. So what the fuck am I supposed to tell you about some shit that don't happen?
And it's my whole family camping that might didn't even cross my mind. Oh, you know that
my cousin is friends with my girl, and so she's gonna be there. No,
the furthest thing on my mind.
Niggas don't think like that.
Do you got the bug repellent? Cool. Sleeping bag? Cool. Toilet paper? We might got a shit in the woods. No, but like that's the furthest thing to my mind. And then what's the difference? Like I don't understand what's the difference. Like, okay, the girl that likes me might be there. You coming to meet my family. Horrible first impression to my family, though. You were coming to get to know my family for the first time. I think that's a horrible first impression.
Period. Because now she made it about her. She didn't make it about us. This is about her feelings. What about my feelings? And I want to introduce you to my family.
Right.
So my feelings don't count.
You made it awkward for everybody.
I can merely say to you, hey, babe, my bad. She comes on the trip. I didn't even think about that.
Forgot all about this hoe.
I don't even care.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was the last thing on my mind.
You say that. Okay,
but was already there.
Amber says, but he said she always comes. That doesn't mean he thinks about her. Aunt Ethel always here too. Steve is here. Joe's here. The white girl from Bob's Job is always. It's so what? It's 40 people camping. Who like? I don't know. Dick and pussy
That's what
shit.
I want to say.
Dick and pussy shit with black women is crazy because they're like, but he said she's there. Why does that mean he's thinking about? That should show he's not even thinking about her. But y'all think he's thinking about her so much that when he invites her to this thing, oh, the girl that I used to kind of mess around with is gonna be there. He's not thinking about that.
And my point is this. Just because I say she's there all the time, we might have been on 10 camping trips. Right? 10 family camping trips. She's been to 6 of them. Me saying she's there all the time don't mean she's at every single one of them. She's there all the time. There's just words that we use. We say things and don't mean it in a literal space like she's going to be there every single time we have a camping trip.
But
no,
even if she's been there, boss, at every single one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you this year. What difference do it make? Like, help enlighten me, Kiana, Amber, enlighten us on what does that mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Like they haven't had a fight about him, or there's not a, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand what difference does. So does it mean you couldn't be in a do you leave Costco if she's in Costco? Do you leave Cockies if she's in Cockies? Do you leave the mall if she's in the mall? I don't get it.
She's jealous. She has still jealous traits of what she's had jealous traits of what's going on, and women don't like to admit that they're jealous. That's the biggest. That's a big thing. Women don't admit to being jealous. They don't.
So, ladies, will you admit it's a little bit of jealousy?
They don't know how to.
Because for men, it's not that big a thing. So help us understand why it's such a big thing.
Because it's always you'll never meet a bitch like me. You'll never meet a bitch better than me. You'll never. That's the way. And when they do, and when a man does, it's they'll pick her apart, right? They'll pick her apart and say everything they can about her.
It if she was the other girl, the used to be.
No.
But you're the one here on my flex. If anybody should feel weird, it should be this bitch because
it's still a jealousy because why she at you? No, so it's the jealousy thing because why she at your family shit?
Wow.
Why? Why she? You don't fuck with her no more. Why she? That's how this shit works, bro. And it's weird, and it ain't weird because they're never going to admit to saying, that did a little something to me. That made me feel a little.
Well, that's why I'm asking them to enlighten us on why it's such a thing. Because I don't feel it, but maybe us as men are overlooking something.
I don't know. I just be seeing how that shit work, bro, and that shit just be weird as motherfucker to me. Like you too focused in on that over there. Like, who gives a fuck about that? If I gave a fuck about that, you wouldn't be here.
Right. I could have told you, hey, what you doing this weekend? Shit, I got a man finna go camping with my cousin now. I ain't even told you all my aunties and all the girls gonna be there too. I'm going camping with my cousin then. And left your ass at home. I invited you to this shit. You ungrateful piece of shit. You ungrateful piece of shit, you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was jealous.
Okay, here we go.
Jealous
Kiana says, I wouldn't have left, but I would like a heads up. There is nothing wrong with letting me know she often shows up to your family gatherings. I think that's you putting, I get it though, but I think that's you're putting more value on her than I am, or than he is. Because I don't think he values it that much.
To give you a heads up.
There's nothing to hide. He's not hiding that you coming. He ain't hiding that she's there. He's just showing up with his lady to the family shit. Like,
I don't. I don't know. I'm lost. Y'all got Dr. Real
Tell you right now, little bitch I used to get some head from time to time.
She gonna be there too. All that's gonna do is start a fucking argument before we even get there.
Is her head better
Why
than
the
mine?
fuck is she coming? And who the fuck she coming to see? And what? Like,
You gonna be watching me every time I go pee behind a tree.
Right. Why was you over there where she was at?
Every time I pee behind a tree.
And honestly, for real, trying to keep it in a good ass space is going to be hard anyway if you already got them intentions. That's your intentions right there. Is why I didn't tell you. Right? So even if I told you, that means there's going to be some tension right there because I told you that the girl that I used to deal with is coming. Two things can happen from that situation when I tell you. You can either, one, be like, she gonna be there. And now there comes questions. Right? There comes, so what's up with that type of shit, right? There's the questions with that. Or two, it's the argument with you. I don't want to be over there with that bitch and that bitch coming over there and he has no win in this situation. Telling you or not telling you, but taking you was the win for you.
The win for you.
It wasn't the win for him. The win was for you. Because he doesn't win anything. He's doing the manly thing to say, this is the girl that I'm trying to be with, family. Meet Aisha.
And you just stopped him from being with his family.
And you, Aisha, is being a fucking weirdo.
Kiana says, I wouldn't care either way, but don't leave that out. How would y'all feel if I invited you to my family function, knowing my ex-nigga might pop up? If I go with you to any of your family functions, I assume you fucked one of these niggas in here. Anyways. Maybe
even fuck the cousin. I don't give a fuck. That's before me. I don't care. It's not that goddamn important to me. It's dick and pussy. I don't care. It's not that fucking important.
Have you seen?
You was fucking before I came.
I'm glad you just said that, bro. Have you seen the Kiki Wyatt shit?
No, what happened?
You know Kiki Wyatt got hella motherfucking kids, right?
Kids, yeah.
She recently
one of them by her cousin.
She recently got with a new nigga, married him. They had a kid. Kid had like some complications. I think the last baby is like has a
special
need, right? She left him. They're saying she left him, and now she fucking with her cousin.
Fucking with his son?
No, her cousin left him for her cousin. They're saying she's with her cousin now.
But something's wrong with Kiki. If you look at her, you can tell something's wrong with her. Yeah, she's a little chemically unbalanced somewhere. Yeah.
So I
you
think
can look
she
at her
had
and
9. I don't know how many kids she had now. 9 or something. They're saying. But if y'all want to laugh or get a good get into a juicy story. Kiki Wyatt sing her ass off. But they say Kiki Wyatt and left her husband for her cousin. God damn.
Where Cue Ball at? Cue Ball, what's the saying? Guinea. Cousin's pussy's good as in.
Oh my God. Right in the woods at the cabin trip. That's crazy. Oh my God.
That's what I be saying. Like, you gotta be secure with yourself. If you're not secure with yourself, you always gonna have problems, and you always gonna think about things that could, should, maybe, why. Them things should be out of your. If you have them type of thoughts in your head going into a relationship with another person, stop right there. Call that relationship off. Tell them, let me now go back and I gotta heal. I gotta continue to heal because I'm not healed yet. I'm not there at that space in my life where that right there don't mean nothing to me. It still means something to me. So if you ain't got that space right now in your life, stop that right now.
Kiana
and
says,
go to
I would never let my nigga walk into a situation blind. I'm letting him know just so he always aware of the environment he's walking into.
But it's not a blind spot, sweetheart.
You only got to do that when you've been fucking a nigga 2 weeks ago.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you've been recently fucking recently something going on. Know it's a nigga in here, might act a little funny. Look, he ain't, because if it's been a year, like, nobody's acting funny or looking weird at you. Oh, you got a little nigga in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you gotta tell this nigga that, hey, out of all these 60 people, there's a guy here I used to get some pussy to.
Right. Because you're not man or woman. This is not for one person. This is for both. You're not healed yet. Yeah. You have to heal and be in a space in your life where that has no relevance.
Bro, Kiana. Especially in Fresno, so you can, like, there's no way. In Fresno, you're not going to so every club you go to, you have to identify to the guy.
There's a nigga in here that I used to fuck with. That's weird.
Impossible.
Fucking weird.
That's in Fresno, that's crazy. That's
because this is what happens. I'm not walking in this place blind. You're not walking in this place blind. We're walking in this motherfucker as a couple.
Right.
Who? It's us against everybody when we walk in this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck who it is.
About none of that. It can't.
It's us against everybody.
Nothing I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Unless a nigga feels he's comfortable enough to come grab you and embrace you deeply, but he shouldn't feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
And he only feels that way because there was something going on within a span of recently, less than a month.
Or you've always let him know, like, you always can.
Whatever going on, right.
Yeah. So don't inform me. Inform your niggas.
Yeah. Yeah, don't tell me nothing.
Inform your niggas that the nigga will be here this evening. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dana Marie Franklin in the house.
That's just weird to me. That's just how it's been, period. That's weird to me. I don't give a fuck about another nigga and who you dealing with. You only telling me that.
Maybe
you
only telling me that
because
guys
you're
do,
dealing with
so
the
maybe some guys do. So we can't write it all the way off.
Yeah, no, that's why I said me. Yeah, me. I can't speak for every other man, but me.
Yeah.
Don't come informing me about no nigga you used to let have that little pussy.
Yeah.
Please don't. That don't have no relevance to me. Because there's other niggas before that nigga that was having that little pussy too. I don't want to know all these niggas that was having that pussy.
She says an intimate environment, not a public space. I'm definitely not doing that in the club. Because in the club, you might get to tell a motherfucker about 3 niggas. 3, like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Money Making Motivation Mondays. Secret Mini Podcast, Diego Red, Money Boss. We definitely appreciate y'all pulling up and tapping in with us, man. Tapping in with us. Let me see, do I got that in? Speaking of tapping in, I think April 26th, I'm tapping in with Sam from FTK.
Sam!
I'm going to sit and prick his brain. He actually was one of the first people who did Kanye's designs. He actually helped create that bear, the college mascot bear that Kanye uses. You know what I'm saying? Right out of Visalia, California. We're going to do that. Boss, before we get out of here, man, we need some of that. We need some of those good words of encouragement, some of that good game. It's been a minute since we've had it, man. Give us some game to get us to the middle of the week at least. You know what I'm saying?
Elevation can cause separation. Sometimes when you start to elevate, you start separating yourself from other people because they're not there to go where you're going. Don't feel bad for that person or them people that you're moving forward, and there's not enough room for them to come with you. Some will know how to elevate and catch you on the next flight or the next stairs going up. Always remember that you are and you will remain the star player. I tell you guys this all the time. This is a reminder, though. You are the star player. If the star player is injured, the team is going to hurt badly. So don't injure yourself trying to be friends with people, trying to be buddy-buddy, trying to stay friends, trying to stay buddy-buddy. Leave them right where they're at. It's okay. If they ain't big enough to get up and get to where you're going, don't mean you got to grab them by the pants and bring them with you. Keep continuing on with the journey in your life. Stay positive about what you're doing. Give praise to the Most High at all times. And remember, there's no you, there's no them. Without them, there is no you. Keep focusing on you so there always will be a you. And I will see you guys another time.
Hello. Stay down till you come up. When you come up, stay down. You know what I'm talking about? Sick of Me Podcast will definitely be here Friday night.
Yes, sir.
For the sneaky link, you know what I'm saying? YouTube only, yes, Friday nights. Leave the kids at home, man. We always appreciate y'all pulling up on us. We're a little rusty. We've been gone for a minute, but we finna turn it back up on y'all. You know what I'm saying? See y'all soon. Diego Red is saying peace.
Money Boss is saying peace.
And we out, truck.